Hello, everyone. This is Kev, and this right here is Black Man Being Brutally Honest. And when you hear that phrase, I know it's hard to believe, but yeah, whatever. Uh, first off, I want to say how's everybody doing, and also I would like to say please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. I am one of the habitual line steppers with Roger Stevens and Donnie M. Bison. Um, and they have channels also, and the links will be provided below. Uh, Now, let's get on with it. First off, I'd like to say welcome to the best show on YouTube. Welcome. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I got to give y'all a distinct revelation because it's like whether people feel like that I belong here on YouTube or not. That's pretty irrelevant to me at this point because it's like I've been seeing a lot of the same circle talking points, and I'll try to be a voice of reason here, and without getting too emotional, as they all say. Like, and when you talk about emotions and emotional, there are a range of emotions. Okay, if you are extremely happy about something, you are being emotional. Just to paint that picture, not spending too much time on that because I rely on people having common sense. That's just the way I am. I mean, I don't catch any breaks, and literally when I don't use common sense. So why should anyone else? And this is what really is all about, right? It's all about common sense. You understand what that means, right? To have common sense. Now, here's the deal. Um, some of you got to stop throwing out these qualifiers every time you don't like something the other person says. You know what I'm talking about. The I'm rich, I'm lying about what I'm doing for the community. Those guys. Yeah, as far as the aspect of community talk. Now, the title of this broadcast is "Words Make Everyone Equal," and it is just that. I understand that sometimes words can hurt, words can cut deep, words can really affect you, depending on who gives you those words. But you know what? Words can also be encouraging, words can be uplifting, words can be positive. But as far as I'm concerned, there has to be some kind of balance. Because here's the thing, I'm trying to achieve balance on this channel right here. I haven't gone far extreme one way or far extreme the next because it's like being brutally honest is balance. Period. Say for instance, okay, there's a guy and a girl on one of my panels, just a guy and a girl. The guy says something I agree with. The girl says something stupid. What do you propose I do about that? As far as what makes sense and common sense, basically. What do you propose I do about that? Do I agree with the woman just because she's a woman? Do I agree with the man just because he's a man? That's kind of like sexist, and and that's what made me think about it. I was away, and I got called a sexist during a discussion, and it said, yeah, it's like people said I had a problem with sexism. Now, as far as that went, it's like this. Let me go ahead and throw a disclaimer off. When we talk about me being sexist, I do not deny opportunities to anyone. based on gender. Even when I was in a hiring position at certain companies that I worked at, I hired men and women. That's simple, based on your qualifications, based on your ability to do the job. And yeah, in a few instances, more so than believed, I gave the female the higher hourly wage than the male. So there, when you talk about sexism, is it the kind of sexism that if I don't agree with you, I'm sexist? Because this is what I think these people were talking about. Is like at first I was like, oh, I'm not a sexist, whatever, yeah. And then I started to remember certain things, like like the whole as a man thing. It's like, well, I've been raised to believe that, as a man, that I was supposed to take on certain responsibilities and certain roles that in my society that would define me eventually. Just like this, as a woman, some of you have been brought up to believe that you have to play certain roles. Here's the difference between the two. The man is made to stick to his role. The woman is not necessarily held accountable for hers, unless by guys that tell you the truth. Yeah, there are certain things that I have to do as a man to maintain manhood in the eyes of society. And don't get me wrong, I agree with 98% of it. Some of this stuff I don't even mind doing. Like, hey, you know what? Hey, I do stuff like have my woman walk on the inside of the sidewalk and have me walking, on the outside, where the cars are, near the traffic. I do that kind of thing. I open doors. I pump gas. I do all of that. But here's what kind of brought me here. I'm not talking to the women. I'm talking to the guys. See, when there's a discussion to be had, I do believe that whether you are a guy or a girl, as long as you are of age, of course, because I'm not arguing with a child ever. Like, it's just like, I feel like this. I'm older. I'm right. As long as it doesn't infringe on your physical human rights. As long as it doesn't do that, then we should be cool. But I have every right to think how I want to think. And especially in the case of a child being a mature adult. But when the conversation involves adults, everybody's an adult in the conversation. And granted that we are using words, not as long as they're not too disrespectful. I'm not just gonna come on panels calling women bitches and hoes, because I expect a reaction from that. I expect words to be exchanged. And yes, I do respect women enough to, if they are being challenged, to step to the side, because a lot of those times the women are smarter. But some of you brothers out there got to give those women a chance to show that. I'll step up when something horrible is said, like I would say something like a rape joke, because that's never funny. But if he's disagreeing with you on the societal impact of single mothers, then I'm sorry, that's a conversation. All you have to do is debunk what he's saying with facts, not emotional opinion, fact. So, I mean, because I'm seeing a whole slew of videos of guys really shaking the finger at other guys. Oh, let me just go ahead and just unfilter it for you. Black males on YouTube shaking the finger at other black males just for using words that women are in opposition to. Come on, guys. For real? It's words. I have enough respect for the female to step to the side and let her handle her business. There's no use in me white knighting and making 1,000 YouTube videos. There's no use in me doing that because it's futile and it doesn't get it. It makes it a circle ass conversation. We're just gonna disagree. I'm sorry. Like I'm the person at least that sometimes I'll just go ahead and agree to disagree. But it's like, okay, say for instance, she says something like, y'all niggas deserve to be killed by the cops. I'm going to probably take exception to that. Ain't no amount of sensitivity, has to be had in order to oppose such a ridiculous statement. Yeah, there's not really too much you can say to me. You can't call me an incel. you can't you can't say certain things because I've been there and done that. All I'm saying is just have respect for one another. I have enough respect for women to just basically be like, look, I'll let you handle the conversation. Period. There's no need to make 1,000 videos causing more dissension. It's because that's all it's doing. That's all it's doing. It's stirring the pot and it's making sure that you get high little ratings, perpetuating the fuckery. And I'm not knocking your hustle. Do what you got to do, bro. Do what you got to do. but let's not sink far into the whole emotional diatribe because honestly, at the end of the day, neither side is really doing any good. You all look stupid. I mean, for real. Where are those conversations going? You claim you're such an intellectual. You claim you're such a, and let me use a '90s word here, Mac Daddy. But it's like okay, it's the very thing that all of you complain about. All problems, no solutions. Ain't none of us above that narrative anymore. Because guess what? We thrive on fuckery. I mean, and it's not all of y'all. You always got to say not all. You always got to say not all. But it's some of you. And I'm not going to sit up and say, oh, God, it's quite sickening. Because, quite frankly, yeah, you have a right to say whatever you want to say also. You do. Don't worry, bro. It's freedom of speech, guy. But sitting up there saying that you have to deny that to other people just because you don't like what they're saying, that's booty. That is booty. I don't care how, okay, and this right here is a stupid narrative. Select and non-select. I mean, that's something another YouTuber put out. Like I said, not knocking these guys' hustle. It feels very special and very unique when you're able to coin a term that other people start using. And I think that's some special shit because it shows your appeal. But I just think the narrative is stupid. I think it's stupid. I think it's putting yourself on a pedestal. For real. And you don't know what these guys are doing with their penis. If you want me to be perfectly honest, you don't know what these guys are doing out here. So why are you sitting up here on YouTube telling everybody, oh, what these guys are doing out here? I mean, unless of course they put themselves out there. Oh man, these women are acting like they don't want to. Yeah, they're telling on themselves. But for the most part, if you're not identifying exactly who is doing what, you're just going with a bad narrative, period. That is not based on fact, is based on the same pandering emotional opinion that all of y'all say. And it just looked like more fucking with black men. That's all it looks like. Yeah. And you know what? I don't have a problem with you. For real. I don't have a problem with anybody out here. But it's like this: if you say something stupid, or it's like it's a widespread stupid, somebody got to say something. Otherwise, I'm saying you don't have the right to complain when you're doing the same goddamn thing. But I just want to holler at y'all for a sec. You know, this is I haven't been around lately. You know, got some thing going, but you know that's what everybody says. Oh, I have some things going. Man, all right. So it's like, you know, I hope everyone is well. You know, no ill will toward anyone. You know, everybody always talk about their enemies and their haters, but 9 times out of 10, your haters probably are doing a little bit less than you are. And believe me, I have the receipts. Oh man, it's like it's delightful. It's like it's to the point right now where I've gotten to that place where I don't really have to be mad with anyone. Now, I ain't like I'm perfect. You know, I still get upset about things. I get emotional. Yeah, when people say that term emotional, they don't understand that there's a wide range of emotions. Happy, sad, excited, angry, depressed. You know, words that are synonymous with that. Jovial, miserable. Like, just I'm just saying, just do it a little smarter than what you've been doing. Or somebody's gonna come along one day and make a complete ass out of you. I know many have tried. Y'all don't know that, you know, not on YouTube yet. Some of you do. I mean, it's happened more so on Facebook, and you know, it's the same old, same old. But when you got people doing that to you, you must be doing something right. Yeah. So also, is this some kind of I would say anti-feminist message? Because honestly, I don't think people really believe in equality. I think they just believe in like, okay, let's just hush it a little bit and let's just all group think it so everything will be okay. Words make everybody equal. And if you want to take this as some anti-feminist message, yeah, go right ahead. I don't mind being that way at all. I will own it. Just like that person I was telling y'all about earlier that said I was a sexist. I had to go ahead and own it because, like, I do believe that I have to protect women, like physically, you know, from physical harm. I wouldn't leave a woman out there to protect herself. Period. You know, my father is an example of that because, yeah, you know, when I was very young, he didn't stand by and watch a woman get beat up by her boyfriend. He stuck a gun in his face. He said, "If you don't get the fuck off my fucking porch." Yeah, I believe in that. I honestly do. But when it's words, as long as it's not some kind of cruel and inappropriate joke, like a rape joke, or you know, if you don't like being called a bitch or a hoe, then I understand that. But understand this: you better not call me a bitch or a hoe either, or it's open goddamn season from the letters A to motherfucking Z. Because no matter how much you say to me and how much I say to you, I cannot physically injure you, and you cannot physically injure me. and like, oh, dude, how appropriate. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I feel like these conversations can make progress if we just had that mentality. Shout out to Dave Chappelle, by the way. That Sticks and Stones special. Like, Dave Chappelle is a legend. And a genius. A motherfucking genius. Well, anyway, this is Kev. This is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. The habitual line steppers, hashtag. Check us out. Check out the Roger Report. Check out You Ain't Shit for Watching. And also, we have a lot of cool and neat people who love to be on our panels too. So, that's just the way it is. But, I'm not saying stop the fuckery. I'm not saying Stop acting like words don't make everybody equal. Stop acting like words don't hurt. Just don't just don't complain when the train come through when that time comes. All right, people. Like, share, subscribe. In Kev we trust. Goodbye.